Hello, YouTubers. Well, I know it's been a while since I've been on here posting. Been a whole lot going on since my last posting. I've had to redo my system 2 or 3 times. The monitor went out on me and I had to replace it. Just one thing after another. But this video is the one that I promised about the situation with my father-in-law and the oxygen and what we have to do in order to maintain his oxygen supply all the time. It's not the best quality video, but I hope it will show what all is involved, what we've had to encounter over time. And I say the major problem started when he fell and broke his shoulder and disabled him from maintaining his oxygen tanks himself, leaving it up to me and my wife to split time in order to keep everything filled up for him. We're still in that same situation. It's rather time consuming. Like I said before, I don't have much time to get on here right now because of it, but at least I wanted to get this video made. Like I said, it's been one thing after another. My camera just fell on me. Old Satan's doing everything in his power to stop me from posting videos, but I give glory to God that He overcomes and sees a way through. But while I can, I'll just go ahead and finish this up and try to get it posted and beat old Satan at his games. And just keep me in your prayers, because I tell you, right now I sure need them. And God bless you and thank you.
Hey, YouTuber. Well, I promised you this video yesterday, but as things went, I was not able to get it done. So I'll try to get it fixed here today and post it sometime tonight or whatever. I told you I was going to try to explain the situation with oxygen and my father-in-law's Gene. This is the normal oxygen tank that people use, and this is what Gene started out on. Whenever we got these, he was able to use it with the valve here that says conserve, and it's on 2, and using it that way, these tanks would last 6 to 8 hours. But after a period of time, his breathing deteriorated, and his lungs wouldn't cause this to activate, so we had to go on what's called continuous. And with that, the tank only lasts about 3 hours. Well, because of the high usage that we were doing, Social Security, SSI, whoever it is that pays for them, refused to supply large quantities of it. So we had to put him on what was called a home oxygen machine, which is this device down here. I need to move over here so you get the picture. And the way this device works, there's a filter here on this side and another on the other side, and they draw in the oxygen or the air from in the room, filtrates it, and then there's another filter on the other side that filters it more and brings the air back out through the knob here and into his line that goes up to the breathe on. Now with that process, the machine, as I said, it runs constantly, so he would be able to breathe constantly. But the problem was, with this as being nothing more than air, if it be so dry, it would choke him, and he couldn't breathe from it. So then they come in and they added what's called a water bottle that was supposed to put some moisture into it. And with this, you put some, what's that water called? Distilled water in a couple of cubes of ice, and it would put moisture into the air that went in. The only problem was with that, whenever he was asleep, there'd be too much moisture, and it would suffocate him, and really choke him up bad, causing more problems. So the people come out with another idea, which was the unit here on top, which takes small tanks and fills them with a compressed oxygen. Now with the compressed oxygen, when it goes in, it forces a large volume into the tank. And then when you breathe out and it comes out, it creates a very light moisture and a cool air. With that, he breathes without any kind of problem. Now, with these machines, again, you have a control on to where you can put it at a point 2, which is what he's supposed to breathe. But again, his lung is not powerful enough to activate the valve, and it has to go on continuously. Now, in normal situations, if it's on the conserve, they would last about 3 hours. On the way he's having to use it, it lasted about 1 hour and 15 minutes for one tank. Now, what we have to do is put it on this machine, it fills it up, and then as the tank gets empty, we fill in the next tank. Now, this machine here will take between 55 and 75 minutes to fill a tank. His breathing will empty one of these in about 60 minutes. So we're constantly having to change tanks. As you see, we have 3, and we can keep on top of everything. But now when he broke his arm, he was always able to take care of this himself. But when he broke his arm, it stopped him from being able to do that. And I'll try to show you how, although right now the machine is in operation, I can't really show you. But there's a valve here that you have to pull down. And while you're pulling down on it, you have to hold the top of the tank. And then when this loosens up, you have to take the tank off and set it down. The same thing goes with filling the tank. You set the bottle over here, push this down with one hand, push it down with the other hand so it matches, and then turn the unit on. And as I said, with his broke arm, he cannot hold the top of this and this unit at the same time. So because of that, we have to go in and help him keep these tanks filled. As I said, it takes about 1 hour to empty one. It takes anywhere from 55 minutes to 65 or 70 minutes to fill one. So we're constantly having to change tanks around, and it's a 24-hour process that we have to go through. So, as I said, one individual sent me a letter mentioning this bottom tank. And yes, we have the bottom tank, but in his situation, in the development of his emphysema, the machine at the bottom will not take care of his needs. And as I said, with the big tank, because of the expense involved, Social Security, SSI, his insurance people won't provide except 4 or 5 bottles a month. We go through 10 or 15 bottles a month. And therefore, they won't approve it, and we have to go to this other unit, and that's where we're at with the process of having to keep these filled in order to keep him breathing.
He has to have so many hours logged on that.
Plus the fact on these machines here, he has to have so many hours a month logged on these, or they won't provide them. And so it's just a big situation where I guess you say the government gets involved and has control over everything, and it really causes a lot of problems to people. Now, I had one individual make a comment about, wouldn't it be better to put in a nursing home while something like this is going on, where it could get round-the-clock assistance? And my comment to the individual, I said, well, do you have children? They said, yes. I said, when you had the children, they were little, they created a lot of problems. I said, did you put them into a nursing home or some kind of special care while you were doing this? No, you did not. So, because you loved your child so much, you took care of it during it growing up, then when you get older, that little child should love you enough to take care of you. The Bible says we're supposed to take care of our elder people. And that's what we try to do, obey the Bible. I hope that's been a little assistance to you, and I hope you understand what I've tried to share and give you a little better understanding of it all.